Hello BookTube, it's Leah Cooper here, and today I'm bringing you one of my few and far between book hauls. This is a used book haul. I picked up all of these actually in one single day from one used bookstore downtown. It's my favorite local indie bookseller, and they were participating in I think it was like a downtown businesses day when me and my sister were going to be swinging by there and the farmer's market and stuff, where if you bought any used book, they would give you a surprise, or you could pick out a surprise ARC for free with your purchase. They were all like wrapped up in brown paper and they were all surprised. So me and my sister went down there and we both got some used books and each got a surprise ARC. It was really funny when we picked them out because I was going for trying to get a nice good size novel, or what I was hoping would be a novel. My sister usually buys books for her kids more so than anyone else, and she picked out this really slim volume, and I said to her, because these were wrapped up in brown paper and they were surprised, I said to her, that's going to be a poetry pamphlet ARC. And she's like, oh, okay, I'll just be surprised. She opens it up. It's a poetry pamphlet ARC. She's like, well, I'll just donate it to the library, I guess. Because she does not read poetry. But I was pretty pleased with the random ARC I got. So the first thing I got was, I didn't realize this was the third book in a series, but I got The Kingdom of Gods by N.K. Jemisin in this little mass market paperback, which is not my preferred format, but whatever. This is the third book in the Inheritance trilogy. I have not read the first two books, but I will probably get them from the library, let's be real. And I obviously love N.K. Jemisin's Broken Earth trilogy. I have a whole review of it. Still one of my favorite trilogies from 2017, 2018, whenever I read it. I don't remember anymore. I do want to read more of hers, and so this is in perfect condition. The next thing I got was science fiction, and that is The Three Body Problem by, I'm gonna butcher this guy's name, Cixin Liu, translated by Ken Liu, maybe? I don't know. So this was making the rounds. This is the winner of the Hugo Award from 2017, maybe? When was this translated? English translation was 2014. This is probably the 2014 or 2015 Hugos. So this was making the rounds on BookTube a couple of years ago. I remember Kitty G talking about it and really recommending it. And I can't remember if Elizabeth from Books and Pieces read this or not. But anyway, it's science fiction. It's translated from Chinese by Ken Liu. And I want to say it's a bestseller over in China in its native language. And I don't know what it's about, to be honest. And the back is just a bunch of... Oh wait, no, there's... Set against the backdrop of China's Cultural Revolution, a secret military project sends signals into space to establish contact with aliens. An alien civilization on the brink of destruction captures the signals and plans to invade Earth. So I'm thinking maybe it's a little bit like Tomorrow's Kin, but hopefully better, because to be honest, I didn't like that book. I wanted to. It had the same Earth factions, aliens coming to Earth, first contact type stuff, but that book did not work on so many levels. So hopefully it's a little bit better than that. Maybe a little bit of Sleeping Giants, but not in that kind of a format. So we'll see. Again, perfect copy. The next three I have are literary fiction. I grabbed a copy of How to Be Both by Ali Smith. This was her Man Booker finalist and one of her more famous novels. I have no idea what it's about, but I have read Autumn and Winter by Ali Smith, and I love them. I love the way she writes. I'm not a huge reader of literary contemporary fiction, but I did absolutely love Ali Smith's voice, and I want to read more from her. I've got Spring on hold from the library as soon as they actually get copies so that I can read that. And so again, this is a perfect condition copy. Snatched it right up. Next thing I got is A Tale for the Time Being by Ruth Ozeki. Ruth Ozeki is a Japanese-American author. I have read one other book by her, My Year of Meats. I read it in college, actually, as part of a women's studies class. was either my intro women's studies class or it was my women in media class, but I think it was my intro women's studies. Anyways, I love that book. I still have a copy of it. I really want to reread it. And I don't know why I haven't, to be honest. I think it's just because it's like, it's in my books that are stored. And I've been trying to read, of the books that I own physically, I've been trying to read more stuff that I have either haven't read in like 15 years or more, or stuff that I have not read at all. And so since I've read My Year of Meats within the last, well, decade now, I have read it. It's not like top priority. Anyways, I'm rambling. I don't know what this one's about. Ooh, on a remote island in the Pacific Northwest, a Hello Kitty lunchbox washes up on the beach. Tucked inside is the diary of a 16-year-old Japanese girl named Nao Yusutani. Ruth, a writer who finds the lunchbox, suspects that it's debris from Japan's 2011 tsunami. Once she begins to read the diary, Ruth quickly finds herself drawn into the mystery of Nao's fate. I loved My Year of Meats. Always really wanted to read more from Ruth Ozeki, and this is like generally considered, I think, one of her best novels. 2013 Man Booker Prize finalist, another Man Booker Prize finalist. So yeah, I think it'll be good. And again, beautiful, beautiful, buttery, lovely edition. And then the other piece of literary fiction I picked up, I don't know anything about this. I was just browsing this end cap of used books, and the author's name intrigued me. So I pulled it out and I read the front title. And that is The Well of Loneliness by Radcliffe Hall. And it says on the title, a 1920s classic of lesbian fiction. On the back it says, originally published in 1928, Radcliffe Hall's The Well of Loneliness is the timeless story of a lesbian couple's struggle to be accepted by polite society. So maybe it's about like a Boston marriage? Don't know. But how could I resist this? So this is actually, I mean, technically this is a classic. This is like a modern classic. And it's queer fiction. And I've never read it. So I will, I guess. I'm not sure when I'll get around to this, but, you know. It's one of those things where, unless like you're engaged in queer studies, I feel like a lot of texts like this just slip through the cracks of our collective literary memory. And I'm always excited to find one. And then, since I bought all of those used books, I got to pick out my surprise ARC. And that was Lost Children Archive by Valeria Luiselli. Am I saying that right? Luiselli? I think so. So this is an ARC copy of it. And it's like a gorgeous, perfect condition ARC. I'm not like a fan of deckled edges, but like this actually has deckled edges. Anyways, this was longlisted for the Bailey's Women's Prize this year. It did not make the shortlist, if I remember correctly, but it was longlisted. It's about an American family's journey. I want to say in the Southwest. I might be a little bit wrong about that. About two parents who both work in audio media of some sort, and I think they're road tripping, and that's like all I know. I've heard some really great things. This is, I think, Valeria Luiselli's first novel written in English first. I think usually she writes in Italian, maybe, and then her books are translated. I don't know, doesn't say. Like, what are the chances of just like randomly getting a book longlisted for the Bailey's Women's Prize? Is it even the Bailey's Women's Prize? Is it just the Women's Prize this year? They might have changed. I feel like they changed the name, and I've been saying it wrong. But anyways, I thought that was really cool. So yeah, those were the 6 books I got. We're gonna call this my spring book haul, I guess, because I did actually do like a winter book haul. It's a lot. I gotta stop hauling books. I know, I'm sure that doesn't sound like a whole lot to like you guys. I mean, 6 books. Ooh. Compared to a lot of people who buy a lot of books, it's nothing. But for me, that's a lot, and I don't know where I'm going to put these. This is a mistake. They're just gonna end up in a pile on the floor, probably, because I have no space for books. Let me know if you've read any of these books or if you think about picking them up. It's kind of a rando pile of like stuff, especially for like my channel, but I'm excited about them. Thanks for watching. See you guys in my next video.